Hello, I'm Ace. Today, let's talk about APIs. You've probably heard of them before because they are in almost all the technology we use in our everyday lives. We will take a quick dive into their history and origins, explaining what they are, what types of APIs exist, and what are their benefits. Finally, we will show you some API examples to make the concept and it is clearer. Without any further ado, let's get started. What are APIs? API stands for Application Programming Interface, but what does that actually mean? Think of APIs as messengers that help different applications talk to each other. They allow software and services to exchange data without needing to understand the nitty-gritty of how everything is built on the other side. Here's a simple way to look at it. As humans, we communicate using common languages to understand each other. It's the same for machines. APIs act as a bridge that enables smooth interaction between different systems. Every API has its own design written in a specific programming language with a set of rules and structure that defines how it works. These rules could involve data structures, routines, object classes, and variables, all depending on the data format being used. Now, APIs can get pretty complex, which is why good documentation is key. Think of it as a cartography guiding developers with tutorials, manuals, and best practices to help them integrate and use an API effectively. Even though APIs are an essential part of the development process of any application, in spite of their importance, they remain hidden from the end users. They are the great unknowns, the magic tricks that make things work. Now, let's turn the wheel of time and take a quick look at the history of APIs. Have you ever wondered when API became a thing? They are actually not that old. APIs started taking shape around the early 2000s, quickly evolving into a key part of our digital world. One of the major turning points was a research paper written by this guy, one of the key authors of the HTTP specification and the creator of representational state transfer, popularly known as REST. His work laid foundation for how modern APIs are structured today. But beyond the motion, the beginning of APIs took solid steps with a certain constancy thanks to e-commerce. At the end of 2000, eBay launched an API that allowed developers to build tools around its marketplace. Not long after, Amazon followed in 2002, launching the Amazon Web Services to help developers integrate Amazon's feature into their own websites. Then came social media. In 2004, Flickr introduced an API allowing bloggers to easily integrate and share their images on blogs. This played a big part in the successful acquisition by Yahoo. 2 years later, in 2006, Facebook opened its API, giving developers access to data like connections, photos, and events. This move turned Facebook into a goldmine of third-party applications. Shortly after, Twitter joined the API game and things started moving really fast. While social platforms were pushing APIs forward, Google was also making big moves behind the scene. You see, in 2005, just 6 months after launching Google Maps, they released the official Google Maps API, responding to developers who had already started hacking together unofficial versions. Meanwhile, Amazon wasn't stopping at e-commerce. They introduced Amazon S3 for cloud storage and Amazon EC2 for virtual servers, setting the stage for the cloud computing era. Fast forward to 2010s, an API became everything, everywhere, all at once, largely thanks to smartphones. You see, mobile applications rely on APIs to function, whether it's fetching data, processing payments, or integrating with third-party services. E-commerce, social media, cloud computing, mobile applications, APIs powers all of it. That should show you, my friends, we are definitely living in the API era. Now that we've covered the origins of APIs, let's look at the different types. Number one, we have the web APIs. This kind of APIs allows applications to communicate over the internet, typically using HTTP. There are 4 main types to this API, and the first one is SOAP, which basically translates to Simple Object Access Protocol. This uses XML to structure data exchange. Next, we have XML RPC, which is a lightweight protocol that uses XML and HTTP calls. Next, we have JSON RPC, which is similar to XML RPC, but uses JSON instead. And finally, we have representational state transfer, which is popularly known as REST, which is the most widely used architecture for APIs, mainly working with HTTP. Next on the list of types of APIs is the library-based APIs. These are APIs designed for specific programming languages, allowing developers to reuse existing libraries in their code. And finally, we have function APIs in operating systems. These allow software applications to interact with operating systems through APIs. For example, the Windows APIs allows programs to access system features like file management and networks. Now that we know what APIs are and the different types of APIs, let's talk about why they matter. First on the list, we have integration. APIs allows different applications to talk to each other, making it easier to share and exchange data. Next, we have automation. Workflows can be automated using APIs, reducing manual effort and improving efficiency. Just like this guy, he does that a lot. Next, we have efficiency. APIs can make information instantly available, reducing the time it takes to retrieve and process data. And finally, we have adaptability. As technology evolves, APIs allow systems to stay up to date without needing a complete rebuild. Hopefully, this gives you a clearer picture of what APIs are, how they work, and why they're such a big deal. It's always fascinating to look at how far we've come and the role APIs play in making our world so interconnected. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the Sync API Slack or join the conversation in our GitHub discussions. And if you're interested in contributing to open source, come be part of our community. Until then, see you in the next video.